Young Justice Shadow Mission is a pretty fun game. It was a tie-in game created around the same time Young Justice Invasion was going on. Something apparent is that there is one playable character, Tim Drake Robin, which is kind of interesting considering how small of a role he has in this season, let alone going forward. Guess they need someone playable who is non-powered, especially when he summons other powered people, like the Guardians of the Galaxy game. It's funny how within video games, from the Arkham games to Gotham Knights and this, Tim Drake is sort of the defaulto playable Robin. I canonically see him as the gamer Robin anyway, and he does get it better here than in Arkham Knight. Here you start with Robin somehow teleported to a pocket dimension. We get communication from Mal, who's somehow able to communicate to him, maybe some Satana magic. He informs that he might be able to teleport members of the team for seconds at a time. Well, that's helpful. While I'm stuck in this insane place, what mental reassurance are they going to provide there? They just going to come in to use their powers? Later on, Robin meets with Klarion, who says we are in the Shadow Realm. And while I dunk on the Mal dialogue a bit, the Klarion dialogue feels pretty spot on. Like, it feels like the same anarchic dialogue from the show. Great stuff. He mentions he's going to try to break Tim Robin here, and later other teammates once he's done. So here it is, possibly the most powerful foe in this show, who's going to have to be stopped by the Robin who's not even the main Robin of the show. Anyway, on to the game. If black and white aesthetic feels oddly specific, that's because the creator of this game also created another kind of game, Armed with Wings, with a lot of similar aesthetic similarities, like with health bars and orbs, but also plenty of distinctions of its own. They seem to have fun making this. We deal with various bizarre and outrageous shadow beasts, which we have to implement various moves of attack. I know from my experience, flying enemies are always the worst in games, hard to hit. As you build up your fight energy, the more complex moves you can implement. Press A for a basic staff swipe, then S for a more complex spin which better wards away enemies. D, you can start summoning some big bruisers with Strong Punch, so while standing Superboy, while midair, then Wonder Girl. Also knowing the OG Young Justice team, feels like a bit of sweet irony having this game revolve around Tim, and another level of sweet irony, having the most summonable friend being Superboy, his best friend on that team, and also Cassie while midair. We just need to have the impulse with a speed attack. Then W, you could string multiple things together, getting many guys at once, and summoning even more teammates, such as Blue Beetle or Beast Boy. Also teleporting across light things. I must say, going through this game, some of these vistas are damn beautiful. Sometimes a visual feast, and the music, which I'm playing right now, makes it feel very atmospheric. A good OST is always good within a game. However, towards the end you get a final battle of Klarion, and things start getting serious. Now I must say right here, there's a difficulty spike. Before there are certainly some hiccups, but I don't think I've died more than here. I mean, hey, this is Klarion after all. He comes in with various very strong slashes, which you often have to jump over to get to the bat. There's also when he summons his big red ball or strikes stuff to the ground. If you knock him off a ledge, he'll get right back up. I really like how the camera zooms in and out. Like when it's more of a wide view, you get a grander scope for the environment. And with more intense action, things are zoomed in. It makes it feel like a more immersive experience. And as the battle progresses, he goes from a slow menacing walk to a fast frightening sprint. Slight nitpick, which is more funny than anything else, his little cat Tico is just always running around about. Just find it more funny than anything else, knowing how it's often an easy leverage to use against him. Maybe he chanted it or something. Some moves about the attacks you use. Evidently good to build them up. Some A's, S's. Once you get some strong punches with D's, that's good. Avoid W. Avoid W at all costs during this fight. It barely does anything when it's just one guy, and it drains half of your fight energy, so it takes a while to get some good Ds again. Just build up, use Ds at best. It took a bit, but when you eventually defeat Klarion, it feels quite satisfying. And something else fun with this fight, there's a Klarion mode, where now you can play as Klarion fighting a little old Tim Drake Robin. This is really funny and kind of creative. More video games should try this. I mean, imagine one of the Batman Arkham games where he plays the boss villain with a very selective set of moves, negating whatever Suicide Kill Justice League has going on. So that's a bit of a worth a try too, especially when you build up some Clarion's big moves like circle attacks and flying strikes. So yeah, overall a fun, cute little Flash game. Would I consider canon? Well, I don't know, I had fun. I kind of think it's canon. Little one-off Tim Drake adventure. Maybe it led to him getting some respect, being worthy of Batman's Secret Cabal in Season 3. Won't that be something? Clarion had an off day to make him able to be beaten up by Tim. Worth getting this game a shot, and cheers y'all.